Hey everybody, so as promised, these are my nails and I'm going to show you how I did them. So of course we have our trusty nails right here. For the base, I'm going to use Bridal Veil, which is like a super soft pink. If you're into the clean girl aesthetic, yeah, by iGel Beauty. We're going to use Lively Lemon as the color. We have Caribbean Sea. Whoops. We have Frisky Fuchsia. We also have Purple Rain. Okay. And Aim to Please. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is definitely put one coat of our color first. And just for these purposes, I'm going to do one coat. Okay. So one even coat of yellow. If you're doing somebody, please do two coats. Okay, please. And of course, we're going to dry for 60 seconds. I'm going to do a French on this one, since y'all love seeing my Frenches so much. And here's how it looks. But I'm going to do it a little light because it is a base. Really cute base color. And this is Bridal Veil by iGel Beauty. This is not sponsored. I just really like their polishes, honestly. And that's the color. We're going to cure for 60 seconds. 60 seconds are up. And of course, we're going to do our French on here. And this is how I do my French. If there's another way that you like to do it, do so. And actually, I'm just going to do a pretty simple French this time. I'm going to use my clean up brush and just clean up the area I actually want this time. So I'm going to use my clean up brush dipped in acetone, and I'm going to turn it like so. And I'm just going to do it this way. Alright, French has been made. So we're going to dry Baby Girl for 60 seconds real quick. As we do that, we're going to open all of our beautiful colors. All of our beautiful colors. And this is kind of like a spring neon situation. I was really feeling these colors. For my birthday, I did like a lilac. And I'll be using a number 2 brush by the studio. They're here in Florida. This one is off of Pines. So this is how my brush looks. My brush is old. This brush, I've had this brush for a long time. That's one thing I can say, is that their brushes last for a long time. So this is my brushy brush. And I have my monomer right here. So because we are doing the flowers on the polish, honey, you want to go ahead and use a brush or a lint-free wipe and just wipe the surface so that it's no longer sticky, since we're especially not doing another coat on here. So just use some 100% acetone. Wipe the surface. Right. Let it dry. Okay, and so with this, I'm only gonna do some from like right here to right here. And you see the brush tip is like really precise. Love it. Okay, so I'm actually gonna use, what voice was that? So we're actually gonna use, zoom up for you. Yes, pink and purple. You also want to put some acetone in your monomer, just because pigmented color on polish tend to spread really quickly. So you want a catalyst to dry it really quickly, right? So Not super saturated. I just need the tip to be super sexy. We're gonna dip in the pink, then the purple, tap dry, place where you want the first petal, and kind of press and release, okay? And I'm gonna do the same thing one more time. Then purple, tap, I'm gonna put right here, okay? As that one dries, see? It doesn't go anywhere. And you're gonna press with the tip towards the middle of the brush around. And then come right here and do the same thingy. Around sound, bring it around sound. Now this is gonna be a slightly larger flower, right? So now we want a slightly larger bead. Just take a dab of that. Place it where you want your approximate next petal to be. So I want right there filled out. And we're gonna do another one. This is just how I do my flowers. I'm gonna turn it because I don't want my hand to block it. And I'm gonna do the same thing from basically the middle of it. And I'm gonna press with the tip going into the middle of the brush. Look how pretty that's coming. And these I want flat. So that's why I'm going around with the flatter side. If I wanted them to stick up, which that's what I'm gonna do with these last two beads. We do it at a, what's this, 45-degree angle? This way instead of flat, right? Oh, look how pretty, y'all, look how pretty. Okay, so last two beads. That one was very purpley, but it's okay. Want to put that right in between that one and that one. Another bead. I'm gonna put this one right here, super close to it. So I'm gonna use the tip and press and spread, not all the way through, because I want it kind of raised, right? So same thing for this one. I want it kind of raised, so I'm not gonna press it flat. I'm kind of hold my hand at a 45-degree angle and spread, mostly with the tip up. Boom, that's flower number uno. Okay, never mix orange and blue together. I don't think I'm doing that. I'm just gonna do a blue and orange separately. And I'm just gonna do a 4 petal right here. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Pick up a small bead, pat it on the underside. We have 1. The blue dries very quickly. Know the anatomy of your acrylic when you're doing this, por favor. So I have to move way faster with the blue. Sorry if I'm going fast. Please slow it down. Slow it down, slow it down. So you put them approximately as close as possible, right? And they have molding gels now, so these things are like way easier, but I'm still an acrylic girly. Press. Ooh, this one. Why you embarrassing me? But anyway, see what I did? Separate it as you would the molding gel. If you're used to the molding gel, go ahead, separate it. That was a good teaching moment. Shout out to you, acrylic, for spreading embarrassingly. And you want to go from the center and press, right? Let's bring this one over here, round her at the tip a little bit. And boom. You could go in, you can make a circle. You could also saturate your brush, take up a small round bead, tap it as dry as you can, and place it right in the center, like so, right? Very pretty. And then we're gonna put our orange And if you want to leave it like this, go ahead. Okay, this blue kind of looking more hibiscusy. Love it for us. And I also want a small one right here. This is a little bit large, so I'm gonna separate it into 2 beads. You could do that. You run things, things don't run you, right? Period. And that's also another way you could pick up and separate your beads. I'm gonna tap this a little bit more. And we're gonna do 3 petals with this one. Tap and pull, basically, right? Put that one right there and do the same thing. And that's basically how I achieve this look, baby. So since we've done those small ones, let's basically, do y'all want to recreate this one? Or this one, or do I want to give you all a larger flower? We're going to do a larger flower in the middle, and we're going to do some around it, okay? So, curious about this purple and blue real quick. Let's see. I'm going to pick up the blue first because the purple is super pigmented. Oh, that's pretty. That's not too bad. I don't know if I like that, though. Let's see. The orange and purple. I'm over here experimenting too, y'all. Oh, that's gorgeous. Gonna put that in the middle. I don't like it. As it dries, it just gives this weird color. The purple gives off this weird color. Okay, let's stop pussyfooting around. Let's use our pink and purple because it works, okay? Smack dab in the middle. Another bead like that, please. We're gonna put it in the same apart. We're gonna actually pull this one up, saturate your brush because that's drying. We're gonna pull this one up a little bit and then spread it this way. And then I'm doing the same thing for this. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit and then press it, right? I'm gonna put one here, one here. Y'all see what we're trying to do. And this brush won't allow you to pick up super amounts, so, because this is a number 2, it's a 3D brush. So you wanna put these petals close to the first one, right? And these you want kind of small. And then you're gonna go with it, right? With the tip of the brush into the middle as before. And we're gonna press and pat. That's how we want it to look. I did it like that because otherwise I would have to do this, and I think I'm blocking the camera. Am I? No? Okay. Like that. And then we want one here, slightly bigger than we've done before, right? So you want to make sure the brush is a slightly more saturated than it ever has been. We're gonna pat behind. That's what I want. And we're gonna put it slightly closer inwards because we want it to spread out here. And also, this is a stiletto nail. I was looking for a square one. Y'all always see me do the stilettos. It's not because I'm stiletto biased. It's because I cannot find my square ones, okay? Put it right there. And we're gonna come back in and do the same thing. We're gonna spread with the tip to the middle, up, then down and around, and press until you get your desired look, right? Gonna do the same thing to this one right here. Tip to in the middle. And if you're acrylic girly already, you know how to use your brush. So this one is just smaller, right? Ah, cute. Isn't this so cute? All right, let's put like some little ones like right here. So we're gonna go in with A little blue. Ooh, do I want this one just to be like pink and purple? We could just do like straight pink. Pull one. And these are gonna be like press pull, like these. So our aim is like the middle is right there. Create a middle for yourself. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Didn't pat that one, so it's spreading like wildfire. But okay, we're gonna press this one out. Let's separate her while she does her thing. How about that? And if you pat the brush, you could make it a little bit drier so you could help the polymerization start fairly quicker, okay? So you want to press that one. You see how this one is going up a little bit more? Because I'm using mostly tip. So I want them raised, right? I'm using mostly tip because I want it raised. Boom. And then this fourth one, you don't always have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This one I kind of want kind of over. So I'm going to take up a larger bead, slightly larger. I'm going to put it right in the middle. I actually wanted a little bit larger. I'm going to pick up a little bit more and right there. So you see how that's polymerizing. I'm going to spread it like so. So it's kind of like on the side, you see? Period, period, period. And then I'm just gonna use the purple and make some random petals all over. Well, not all over. I'm gonna do a purple one right here and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So same thing. I want this one very similar. What was that? Don't know what that was. Same thing. Very close. One, two. Put the third one right here. So obviously the fourth one is going to be there so it doesn't overlap too much so you can actually see the flowers. So we're going to go in with mostly the 45-degree angle again. It's okay if that shows. The style of flower is kind of different, just a little bit. Same thing with right here. And then separate that a little bit. See, working on polish, it's a little different. And I created that separation with the tip of the brush and then press with mostly the middle with that one. That's cute. We're gonna leave that right there, right? If we really want to drop like the orange or whatever to spice it up, we could create these mini petals. Small. If you come right here, let it touch the surface, release, and then you're gonna come in like that, okay? Let's do that one more time. Let's do that a couple more times. How about that? So we'll come like right here, hold, release, reuse the tip, and pull. And you could do this like randomly all over if you want to. And then just, oh. So saturate, get you a small bead, tap on the bottom, and do them in different areas, different sizes. Different sizes. Right? Okay. So we're gonna add some gold beads and some little Jimmy gems, right? So before we do that, of course, we have to top coat. So let's put a little top coat. If you want your flowers with that, excuse me, I'm thirsty, wet look, you could always put the top coat over the flower. I know traditionally we don't usually, but if you're a client or you like that wet look, go ahead and put your top coat over your flower, okay? Thank you. Same thing for this one. Gonna put our top coat. And yeah, I'm putting the top coat on the yellow. And of course, cure for 30 seconds. Here I have my handy dandy miscellaneous box. This was one of those boxes that fell on the floor, and I'm scooping everything up and we're gonna put it in it. So it has a bit of everything. It's okay. So we are dried. So how I usually do this is I put a little tip of rhinestone glue gel. I'm using in my cart. This one right here, rhinestone glue gel. With a little zabby zab of top coat wherever I am putting anything, stones, beads, whatever, right? And I grab some, put it in the area I need it to go, and I have my stick right here. And you could always be creative with this part, because I also have some clear ball beads. My clients hate when I say balls, I don't know why. But these clear beads, you could put stones, super small stones right here. We have some silver and gold beads that we're gonna pack in right here. Right. Feel like I need another stony stone right there. Yeah. Very pretty. Same thing for in the middle of this one. This one has to be like very cutesy. She is the star of the show after all. And I'm gonna put it right in the middle. And we're also gonna put some right here as well. Right. Very cute. Very, very cute. Remember, we had put the little ball right there, so we don't necessarily have to put anything there. And we flash cure because I don't want anything to move. And this is one of my little eye gel ones too. Guys, they just always have a sale, okay? It's hard to beat their prices. I'm just saying. I'm not a brand ambassador or anything. I don't even think they do that. But if y'all would like me to become one of their brand ambassadors, please tag them in the comments. I'm just saying. All right, so for this one, baby, yeah. What happened? Y'all. All right. I get excited. In here, I want to do something really pretty. So I'm not going to just smack dab put a large stone right here. I kind of want to do a cluster of a stone as well. So we're going to put some top coat first. Rhinestone glue gel next. Ample amount, right? Gonna remove this for a little while. And then I'm just gonna put some stones in here. Not too big, just make sure they fit each other Like, think SS 6 to 3. Small. Ooh. Like really small. And then we're gonna also fill them. Fill the spaces with the silver and gold beads. So gonna put them in the little spaces. And you want to use like a little brush for your gold and silver beads because they're kind of hard to pick up with like a wax stick, you know. So pretty. So pretty. We flash cure her. We flash cure her because she will move. We flash cure her, okay? Just for a little bit because we're going to do a long cure, right? And we get back our little top coat situation. And I'm only putting beads in that one and that one. So I pick up my little rhinestone glue gel on the brush. Put it in the middle of both of them. Oh, I kind of cured some of it. I forgot. That little light. Strong. Strong. And I want a mixed bead situation again. So silver and gold, and you do what you prefer because they do have different colored beads too. So you could use pink, purple, orange, whatever. If you find them, be very creative and use them. And boom, that's all she wrote. So we're gonna do another cure 30 seconds. Big reveal. All right. So that's how I achieved my nails. And of course, you know, I put a little butterfly or whatever because I'm very the extra. Very the extra, okay? Very the extra. I was like, I want something subtle. And it didn't work out. But be true. To thine own self, be true. Okay? I actually did a couple of nails like this before, just back with the petals all the way up. Listen! I have to recreate that soon for us. But yeah, here's our finished look. This was pretty easy to do. Just remember, if you're going to do any designs on gel polish, please wipe with 100% acetone prior to doing so. All right, and if you're doing it on top coat, you really have to like pat the underside of that brush, make sure it is close to polymerizing, and then put it down. But you're gonna have to work on it immediately. All right, so here we are. These are them are these. And of course, like, subscribe, share. Love is always the answer. Have a great day, y'all.